These are your spondylolysis and spondylolisthesis rehab exercises. It is important for us to have strong muscles of our back to protect and support our spine. These exercises are going to help us to develop strong abdominal and spine muscles that run along our spine. The first exercise is a pelvic tilt. So you're going to be lying on the ground or on the mat. Feet are going to be flat on the floor, knees are bent. You're going to lie all the way back down. And what we're going to do is we're going to press our belly button into our spine. We're going to push our lower back down to the floor, and you're going to hold that pelvic tilt for a total of 15 seconds. You're going to hold that here like this, and then you're going to release it. Give yourself a second. You're going to do it again. You're going to push your belly button into your spine, push the lower back into the floor, hold for 15 seconds, and then we're going to let it go. You're going to do that for a total of 5 to 10 times. And over time, these are going to get easier, and then you're going to add the next set of exercises. The next exercise we're going to do is the dead bug exercise. You're going to lie on your back with your feet flat on the floor, knees bent, arms beside you. You're going to be starting this position, and what you're going to do is you're going to take one foot, raise it off the floor a few inches. You're going to hold this for 5 seconds. You're going to bring it back down. The same is going to happen with the opposite foot. You're going to bring it up a few inches, hold for 5 seconds, and back down. You're going to repeat this, and then eventually you're going to do your arms. So you're going to bring your arm up over your head. You're going to hold that for 5 seconds, bring it back down, and then we're going to do the opposite side. Hold for 5 seconds, bring it back down. With the dead bug exercise, you're going to repeat bringing one leg up and then the other. You're going to repeat that for a total of 5 times per side. Same thing with the arms. You're going to repeat that 5 times per side. Once this gets easy, you're going to do the advanced version of the dead bug. You're going to lie on your back, and this time what you're going to do is you're going to lift opposite arm and opposite leg. So right foot goes up, left arm comes up. You're going to hold that position for 5 seconds, and then you're going to bring it down. Then we're going to do left foot, right arm. Bring them both up a few inches off the floor, hold for 5 seconds, bring it down. Each time we do that repetition of the advanced dead bug exercises, you're going to hold for 5 seconds, and you're going to do a complete set of 3 to 5 repetitions for each side while you're using your opposite arm and opposite leg. The next exercise is our gluteal stretch, and is also known as a figure 4 stretch. So you're going to lie back on a mat or on the floor. Feet are flat on the floor, knees are bent. You're going to take your right leg, you're going to cross it over the knee, over the left knee, just above the knee, so that your right leg is forming a figure 4. You're going to take your hands, you're going to weave through your legs, and you're going to lift the left thigh just under the knee. You're going to interlace your fingers here, and you're going to bring it towards you. To make it harder, you're going to flex your right foot, and you can bring it as close as you can. You're going to feel the stretch into your glutes and hips. You're going to hold this position here for 15 seconds, and then you're going to repeat on the other side. For the gluteal or figure 4 stretch, you're going to hold each side for 15 to 30 seconds. If you can tolerate it, you're going to do both sides, and you're going to repeat that 3 times per leg. The next stretch we're going to do is called the quadruped arm and leg raise. So you're going to be on a mat or on the floor. You're going to have be on your hands and knees, essentially. You're going to pull your belly button in tight, just like how you did with the pelvic tilt. You're going to pull your belly button towards your spine. You're going to keep the spine nice and stable. Then you're going to take your opposite arm and opposite leg and extend it out in front of you and behind you. So right arm, for example, and left leg. They're going to come out. You're going to hold that there for 5 seconds. You're going to lower your arm and leg, and then you're going to do the opposite. Left arm, right leg, extend both away from you, keeping that belly button in tight and your core strong, and then back down. Each side, you're going to hold for 5 seconds each. You're going to repeat that 10 times per side. The next exercise we're going to do is a partial curl. So we're going to be lying on our back on the mat or floor. Our knees are bent, our feet are flat on the floor. We're going to tighten our stomach muscles by bringing our belly button towards our spine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to reach forward. We're going to breathe out. So exhale as we move forward. And we're going to flex our body until our shoulders are lifted off the floor. Be careful not to hold your breath here. We want to make sure that you're breathing. And ideally, you come up on an exhale. So you'll lie back down, inhale, and then on the exhale, you're going to reach forward. You're going to do this partial curl, holding your belly button and your abdominal muscles in tight, and then you're gonna relax down. When you're doing a partial curl, when you get your shoulders up off the floor, we want you to hold it for about 3 seconds and then come back down. You're gonna do this a total of 10 times. Ideally, we want you to build up to 2 sets of 15 reps. When doing a partial curl, we want you to hold that position flexed forward with your shoulders off the floor for 3 seconds and then come back down. You're gonna repeat that 10 times, and eventually we'd love if you could build it up to 2 sets of 15 total. If you wanna do an advanced move of the partial curl, you can do the same thing, but instead of your arms reaching forward in front of you, you can keep your hands behind your head with your elbows out behind you to make it a little more difficult. Our next exercise is the double knee to chest. So lying on the floor or on a mat, you're gonna have your feet flat on the floor, your knees are bent. You're going to tighten your abdominal muscles by pulling your belly button into the spine. And then what you're gonna do is bring both knees to your chest as far as you can go. You're gonna hold it for 5 seconds, and then you're gonna slowly lower it back down. Take a breath. You're gonna repeat, bring both knees as close to your chest as you can, hold for 5 seconds, and slowly let it back down. You're gonna do the double knee to chest exercise a total of 10 to 20 times. Our final exercise is the side plank. So you're gonna be lying on a mat or on the floor. You're gonna make sure that your legs, hips, and shoulders are all in a straight line. You're gonna have your forearm flat on the mat. You wanna make sure that your elbow is directly under the shoulder. And then what you're going to do is you're gonna lift your body up. So you're gonna basically be balancing your body weight on your forearm and on the outside edge of your foot. You're gonna hold this for 15 seconds. You're gonna slowly lower. You're gonna repeat on the other side. For the side plank exercise, work your way up to starting with 15 seconds and going all the way up to a minute per side. So when you get into the first position, you're gonna hold that from 15 seconds onwards, and then you're gonna switch to the other side. You can go back and forth, but what we want to do is to make sure that you're holding for longer and longer over time to build those strong muscles.